The perfect sleep pad. Is it any good? Should you buy it? A couple of months ago, we were looking for a bed cooling solution. At first, we were looking at the ChiliPad, but after talking to the salesman who recommended the perfect sleep pad for superior build quality and extra features, we decided to get it. Since buying the perfect sleep pad a couple of months ago, we have really been enjoying using it. We found the unit to be quite well built. The mattress pad is very comfortable, and you can barely feel the waterlines. It just sits nicely on top of the mattress, held snugly by straps that encircle the mattress from top to bottom. This way, it stays securely in place without interfering with the other half of the bed. The unit is very compact and tucks nicely under our bed. The sight glass on the side of the unit shows the water level, which has been very useful for monitoring how the water is doing, as this does need to be topped up periodically. Though the sound might bother those who need absolute silence, we found it quite quiet. It's really hard to try and get across the audio. But here it is testing with my phone the unit turned off. And now the unit turned on at its loudest as it starts getting up to temperature. And for reference, here's a fan on the low setting. And here it is on the high setting. Another really surprising thing is the perfect sleep pad tech support seems amazing. Both times we've reached out, we've talked directly with the manager, who is enthusiastic and knowledgeable about his product, and always seems to have time. As to some cons, we don't find the menu interface straightforward. You definitely have to read the manual to understand how to work it. The timer function is not really usable, since you can only get to it either to turn the unit off or on once before having to reset it. The unit does not work with external timer plugins or smart switches, which is a real downside as we have to manually turn it on about half an hour before bed every day, and then remember to turn it off in the morning. The unit's temperature display LEDs can't turn off while the unit is on, so if you like sleeping in the dark, you have to cover the display with something without covering the intake fan. For a company that prides itself on being health conscious, it seems odd that they would want to have lights that can't turn off, even if they are red lights. We haven't used the heating functionality since we like it cold, but we can attest that the perfect sleep pad gets the desired temperature fairly quickly. We also haven't used the remote, since it's an IR remote and therefore it needs line of sight to the unit, which is inconvenient if you want to store the unit out of sight. So, to the big question, should you buy it? As we only have the perfect sleep pad to test and no direct experience with any of its competitors, we can't give you an unbiased judgment. But in our experience, we are very impressed with the solid quality and the high performance of the perfect sleep pad. Our single reservation is with the control unit and the lack of options it gives in automating its runtime routine. If that's a big deal to you, then we wouldn't recommend this unit. However, if the minor inconvenience of daily turning it off and on doesn't present a problem, we recommend the perfect sleep pad as a wonderful sleep-enhancing tool.